What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Fishing is Therapy. It's time to get that therapy, boy, but in the therapy machine, guys, in a slightly different way. Guys, I want to bring this video to you guys because I love long-term updates. This is after 4 years of having a 1448 well-built Jon Boat. My first Jon Boat I purchased. How I want to show you how it's held up. Is it worth it buying one in 2025? How it turns out, the things you should look out for, and when you're modding this, the things that I have changed, upgraded, things I didn't even like. Okay, so we're gonna dive into this video and do a 4-year update on the well-built therapy machine. All right, guys, without further ado, let's jump in and let's see how it turns out. All right, guys, we're gonna do it all the way around the boat. We're gonna talk about everything, and I'm gonna go in depth about what I like, why I did what I did, okay, over this 4 years. It's been a journey. Let's start off with the outboard. I initially had a 20 horsepower outboard. You can cut that at. I had 20 horsepower. Why did I upgrade? This is a 30 horsepower. Why did I upgrade? I upgraded, guys, because having a 1448 boat, it doesn't have a lot of water displacement, right? Like a lot of surface area on the water. What I noticed in this boat is when I take 2 friends out with me, man, it'll be very sluggish. I'll barely get over 19 miles an hour. And if I'm on a river with any current flowing, I'm barely getting over 13 miles an hour. And I'm hearing the motor skipping, like struggling. I'm like, that can't be good long-term with this outboard. Granted, that wouldn't happen all the time. By myself, I'm flying around at 22 miles an hour, and I'm comfortable with that. That's fine for me. But I wanted something that when I have a heavier load, when I take the family out and things like that, it's not struggling. I didn't want to wear down the motor, so when I resell it, it's not broken or anything. You know, it's not, decreasing its value. So I upgraded, guys, 30 horsepower. This thing now, I've went from going 22 miles an hour by myself to over 30 miles an hour. I've went from when I have another person in the boat, we're barely cracking 19 miles an hour, to now I'm going over 26 miles an hour. When I put 3 people on a boat, 2 other people plus myself, and these people are me, 190, to everyone else over 200 pounds, I'm still able to go 25, 26 miles an hour easy. And this is across the bay, out in the intercoastal waters. I upgraded that, and I was so worried, guys, because I did the hydrofoil. Okay, I did the jack plate. I had the advanced manufacturing jack plate last time. Now I upgraded to on the fly so I can adjust on the fly. Because the advanced one, I would hop over and try to adjust it, guys. I'd drop my wrench in the water. I'm talking about dropped it. I mean, I'm just constantly losing things, trying to adjust it. It wasn't on the fly. So I love the on the fly jack plate because I can adjust it in the depth. When I get in shallow water, I can bring it up. I can bring it down. And I can control my tilt and trim it like that manually, and I don't have to worry about electronics. So this has been a godsend upgrade. On the fly with the 30 horsepower has taken this boat to a new level. I was so worried because adding an additional 20, 30 pounds, the gas tank going from a 3-gallon to a 6-gallon, all of that was I was worried about. But guys, I'm pleased to say it has worked out very well. My performance did everything I thought it would, with one exception. The boat kind of hops a little bit because now it's a little transom heavy. I put a hydrofoil on it. It kind of corrected it a little bit. It definitely increased some of the performance, but we're going to see how it goes over the next few years, okay? But the hydrofoil does work out well in this boat. I've been hearing guys say do trim tabs back here. I don't think I will. But just take a look at how it's holding. The transom is not bowing, it's not flexing, it is not weak, it is not cracked. It is doing very well, guys. A very sturdy transom. It's 20-inch transom, okay? 20-inch in the back. Holds this 30 horsepower, which is about 130 pounds. Very well. No problems with that, okay? Now let's jump into our next upgrade that we did, guys. I had these rod holders. I'll show you a quick clip of them. Those things would get in the way and it would tangle. My line would get stuck around them. When a fish is running around a boat, it would kind of get the line stuck all in it. So I got these cannon rod holders. These things are great. I can put them all around the boat depending on what type of fishing that I'm doing. I just recently moved my YOLO stick over here, and this was a really good thing. That's how I get my angles. Why did I remove it? Guys, if you're gonna get this boat right here, and you're gonna put anything right here on the edge right here, when you're going up against next to things, it's gonna get dragged. The side of this camera gets dragged, it tilts it, bends it. My footage ended up looking like this. This is how my camera ended up being on the edge, dragging. I don't know till I get home I have unusable footage. So I moved this thing on the inside of my boat. So now I don't have to worry about it. I took off the edge rod holder. When I went sheepshead fishing, it broke this Cannon rod holder because it was constantly dragging along the pilings. So anything that you do, put it on the inside of the boat, not on the corners, okay, if you can help it. The lights in the back have worked great. I have a switch on those. They're still on. Let me hit the switch. And, oh, I forgot to plug these back up. But my lights back here, they work. I just forgot to plug it up because I was just doing some wiring back there. But those wires, that works. That held up well. One thing I did notice, guys, if you're gonna do this, silicone this very well, this corner. Because I was wondering every time I'm in my boat, I'm like, why is it so much water in the boat? It was because when I drilled these rod holders, I didn't silicone them very well. And inside of here, if you don't pay attention to that, inside, the water will go down the rod holder and it would go in these screw holes and drain into the boat. And it was constantly filling. I didn't know where it was coming from. I thought I had a crack in my transom or my scupper plug. My boat plug was loose or leaking, and I ended up finding out it was because of this. So that's something I have changed. I siliconed, I upgraded, and I put a patch temporary right here, but I'm gonna spray paint this and fix this up a little bit better. Move your YOLO stick to the inside of the boat. That was a major change. Upgrade right here, and the rod holders. Now, we can look at this. Everything is held up well. This is my hatch right here. It's held up. The boat seat, after 4 years, take a look at it. Still working out well. It looks new. Still looks like when I bought it, guys. If you're going to invest in a Millennium Marine boat seat, this is after 4 years, a long-term review. This thing is held. The only thing you see is a little bit of loose fraying right there, and I usually just burn that with a lighter, you know. That's the only thing, but nothing is unraveling after 4 years. The life jacket as well has held up tremendously. I use this one on the kayak and the Jon Boat, and this is just a simple Magellan Outdoors one for about 60 bucks at Academy Sports. That's held up well. And then right here was my newest addition I added, was the boat rub rail. I got tired of the boat scraping. So take a look back here real quick before we go. When you're dealing with crappie fishing or anywhere you're on pylons, the corner of your boat is gonna take a beating. And this 1448 is so solid. This thing is taking a beating by oyster bars, the bridges and everything, and it's held up. All I normally do is spray paint over it, but I ran out of the spray paint color and that frustrated me. So now I'm gonna add a rubber bumper around here, and I added a plastic PVC bumper right here as well. And look how that held up. It's scratched up, it's scarred, but all I have to do is remove my pad eyes and then put a whole nother plastic on their sheathing. This is a very good, durable option for this boat. Okay, another thing that I really liked, the phone holder held up well. Just a little superficial rust right here, but it's still going strong. I had to change my switch panel just as of recently because one of the relays went out on it. So I put it a 6-gang and I have one extra switch that I don't use yet, okay? But I upgraded that and it gives me the display for the battery. This is a good upgrade and it actually has a waterproof seal around it. I'll drop that in the description if you guys are interested. And the Kimamoto boat caddy is held up well. Tackle web storage is still holding up well, as you guys can see. It's not peeling, it's not coming loose. That's a welcome thing after 4 years in the hot Georgia sun, okay? It's rained on this thing and it's still holding well. It holds all my supplies. Another upgrade that I did, I added a mapping system because when I'm on the water and I'm really looking for fish, I'm looking for crappie, I'm looking for brush piles and things like that, guys. This, I want to have my side imaging on one, so I don't have to keep switching it back and minimizing the size of the sides. And this is only a 9-inch unit. So I got a 7-inch unit that was on sale for Christmas for like 300 bucks. And this one is I use just to hold my mapping. And this is the EchoMap 73 SV, and this is the 93 SV. So now I have a dedicated one for my live scope. And cause I can put it up there, I have a dual connection, and then 73 just for mapping. This has been really good because I take this same one off and I take this mapping unit off, and all I have to do is remove the ball right here, and I have a ball joint on my kayak, and I remove this one and put it there, and now I have a kayak, a fish finder transferable from the kayak to the Jon Boat. One of the other things I really like, guys, this makes or breaks any boat, especially during the hot weather, HydroTurf. Look at this HydroTurf, guys. Take a look at the quality, how it's held up over 4 years. No lifting right here on the lip. That's very important for me. I always watch that. This thing has been washed, it's dealt with oysters, it's dealt with all type of the elements, guys, and it's held up very strong. So if you're thinking about getting you some HydroTurf, I would recommend it, because after 4 years in the hot Georgia sun, the humidity, the heat, the rain, all of that, this boat and this HydroTurf has held up well. And I got the 3M backed version where it's stuck on there. I didn't get the little B grade or whatever. I got top grade, and I haven't had to replace anything on this. So you guys are gonna really enjoy this HydroTurf in your investment if you choose to go that direction. The other thing, guys, I was running out of storage in the boat. I don't like to have stuff just laying all in the back of the boat, especially when you got 1 or 2 buddies on the boat. You can get cluttered really quick with all the fishing rods, all the backpacks, fish, you know, lunch pails and different things. So I wanted to be able to store at least my items here and still be able to use this under hatch as well back here. So what I did, I ordered from Tiny Boat Nation. I ordered a hatch. This is a 14 by 14. I put my jacket in there, put my boat bumper in there. I put my throwables, and I put my lunch pail, anything like that I want, but I can always keep a jacket in there, and I HydroTurfed in there as well. I have a spare anchor, a spare rod holder. I have everything that I need in here, guys. This was a really good thing, and it just bumps up to the wall. So it ends about right here. And then I have the under storage right here where you can put your backpack and anybody else can put anything right here. And then I have this extra storage compartment. And I had to remove the foam and cut that. This works so well. I ordered that from them. I used the white cap lock, and it's lockable, so I can put anything that I don't want to lose, my drone, anything like that, when I go in a grocery store. So guys, if you're thinking about a hatch for the Jon Boat on your deck, you're gonna love them. And also check out Matt Downs, his Trick 10s. He also has really, really, really good hatches as well. So you can go either direction. Matt Downs, I think he puts a lot more thought into his, and you can see him custom fab it and how it's gonna turn out. All right, guys, so in the front of the boat, take a look at this. This takes the brunt of the force. I mean, I bump into boat docks, everything. 1448 weldbilt, look at how strong and sturdy this thing is. It's able to take a lot of abuse, guys. Look at that. And usually all I do is sand it down and spray paint it over again. But it's sturdy, it's rock solid. The boat stopper right here has helped out a lot. Remember, I had this super major repair right here because I had the roll on. That is not good for a flat bottom Jon Boat. So I got the flat stop right here, and it has been really helpful and allows me to pull the boat in very easily, okay? The next thing that's held up, Nightlight, okay? I recently did a collab with them, and I upgraded this one to a side shooter model so it can shoot out to the side. But these Nightlight lights has held up very well. I haven't had any water intrusion, and they still work to this day. So this is a durable option that you guys may want for your nighttime fishing or when you're heading out early in the morning like I do. All right, guys, another major investment that you make on your boat is your trolling motor. This one is a long-term 4-year review of the Minn Kota Terrova. Look at that. I want to show you it's fought oyster bars and everything, and this thing is held up well. Still works well without, you know, you just got superficial scratches. I haven't had any repairs, any issue problems, any issues or anything. I added the stability collar right here, and look at the front right here. I'm gonna add a little bit of a rubber buffer right here so it can stop some of that scarring. But you can always replace these heads as well, but that's the damage that it's taken dealing with oysters and bridges and everything over 4 years. Minn Kota Terrova, I've seen all the new trolling motors. I've seen them all, and I see so many issues, cables breaking, this and that. Terrova has held up over 4 years and is durable. I don't think everybody has that experience, but it's really good to notice that. This is a great trolling motor with iPilot. I haven't had any issues, and it's worked every time I have fired it up. So I think that's a good investment after 4 years, and I would not replace that. One thing that I would change though about it is I wish it would come with its own stability collar, so I didn't have to make one, because when you take this thing off, this thing gets to wobbling. Now I have Loctite in my screws, but it gets to wobbling, and I do not like that when I'm going down on the water. So I added a stability collar, and this thing has been a godsend. It's just some PVC pipe, 1 inch with 2 caps, and I just have it on the little flange holding it down. And I use that, and once I put it on there, now it's really stable, okay? The next thing is a live scope mount, okay? This is from Sea Light pole. This thing has worked well on my LVS 32. This is Summit Fishing transducer mount with the Sea Light pole. And I love this thing. It easily just releases, and it swings out the side of the boat if you want it out of your way. It's been very durable for me, okay? It's held up the test of time for 4 years. you can see also this as well. I needed to patch this because a little bit, it got scarred, and I just added a little patch. Easy replacement right there. Remember this, guys, in the past video, this is where I cut up all my bait. All right, this is the bait cutting station. When I cut up all my bluegill and everything like that, it's held up well. Look at all the scarring and marring. It still works well. You just pull it, lift it out, put it right back in, turn it when you're on the water, and now you're back in, okay? So that thing is held up well, and that's the Scotty bait station, bait cutting table right there. That has been a great investment, guys. I really like it. All right, guys, we're gonna talk about the Millennium Marine rod storage holders, guys. I had the boat buckle ones. You guys remember they were flush against here. I since removed them. Guys, those things were just too flush and they weren't adjustable. So my rods were not able to lay up here, especially these are I have 8-foot rods right here. It was really hard to get the lay up here. With this one, you can fully adjust it. You can lift this up. You can tilt it outward and everything like that. If you guys really want to see a breakdown of this Millennium Marine right here, I think if you have a Jon Boat, you have a boat you're trying to get storage, trying to get things either on the outside of the boat where you can lay this tilted upward right here. I can tilt it. I won't do it right now because I got all my rods. So I just want to show you how many rods it holds. Okay, this is 5 rods, but I easily put my rods and I put 5 more of my buddy's rods. I've had up to about 12 rods on this right here, and they fit comfortably with just a bungee. That's all you do. That's what holds it down. See, you remove your rod, hold that back on, and then if you don't want it in the way, you adjust it. It has a lift about 12 inches. You lift it up and you can tilt it outside of the boat. I don't want my rods hanging outside of the boat, but you have that option. I generally leave mine right here, and depending on the clearance that I want on how long my rods are, I lift it up so it can go in this direction. That has been so much better than the boat buckle. Those things got on my nerve. I hated trying to put the fat portions, the wider portions of my rods inside of the foam and pushing it in there and trying to hold that Velcro and it start getting lint in it and dirt. It was just really difficult. These are held out well, and I just have them screwed to the base of the side panel that I have. That has worked out very, very, very well. That's one of my recent upgrades. I'm just trialing this right now. I know guys gonna say it's gonna get torn up, is this? I just wanna see, okay? It gets really hot out here in Georgia. It gets really hot during the summer. We all know it's a hard time keeping our fish together. I do have a bag, a cooler bag, but I want to try this out with this Reflectix. It's double-sided Reflectix material to keep the heat barrier inside. Based on all the research I have found, it has really helped out a lot. One thing I do not like, guys, if you take a look right here, these struts, guys, and everybody knows these struts, they're very popular. The Apex Stone, man, they rust so easily. I mean, look at the rusting on this thing. They still kind of hold, I guess, but man, they're really rusty, and I do not like that quality. I've had to replace 2 of them already on it. And I think I'm on the last leg of this one right here. So, but I added this, and all I did was silicone it with marine silicone, just fit it inside, and I'm just gonna try that out. I know the opportunity for the fish to be able to cut through this, but it's so cheap. It's easy just to grab a quick roll from Home Depot. So I'll replace it as I can with just some Reflectix foil. That's all we're gonna try out. We're just gonna try that for the summer. I'll come back on and let you know how that is. Follow up with me if you guys are really interested in how this installation worked out on the boat, okay? The thing I had to do with this boat, since this is a 30 horsepower, it came with a 6-gallon tank. I only had a 3-gallon. Well, seeing that I have this transom support right here, welded in and built in, the 6-gallon could not just go in right here. It was too big. So I had to cut a notch out of my deck and seal it with black silicone and cut it out so you don't cut yourself, to be able to get this 6-gallon tank in and out of the boat to go over this little keel right here. So that's one upgrade, and I got tired of throwing my net around on the floor, so I used a rod holder. I used the, your rod holder that you do, the flush one, and I just drilled a hole and now I can set my net down in here at the end of the day. That's something I really appreciate because I can have it in the back of the boat. And as I'm fishing, I can hold the rod with one hand. I can just reach to the back and grab the net and be able to net the fish. All right, guys, the last thing we're going to touch on that I realized I didn't go over was your strap. This is the thing that keeps your boat safe, right? Going down the road. STRAPINNO reached out to me and they gave me another boat buckle strap because I was experiencing a lot of rust right here. It was rusting here and my clips had fell off. These clips that retain it, they fell off and rusted. As soon as I responded to STRAPINNO and told them about it, they send it out in 2 days and send me another one. So that's a great company. If you're gonna think about getting those STRAPINNO straps to buckle your boat down and hold it down to the trailer, go ahead and do that. That's a great company, and they stand by their product. As soon as I told them, they say, listen, we've already made some upgrades. Here you go, free of charge. We wanna make, and that was over 4 years ago. So guys, that's what you wanna deal with when you're dealing with a company. But thank you guys for staying tuned to another episode of Fishing is Therapy, guys. We're on the road to 20,000 subs, guys. That's a lot of support from you guys. We're already at 11,000 subscribers. A lot of support, a lot of views, but I notice a lot of you guys aren't subscribed. Guys, do me a favor, help me out. Help me get to 20,000 subscribers. Keep commenting, keep interacting. I love to see you guys' feedback, your insight, and it helps the entire fishing community, guys. It allows me to keep doing this. And it's very motivating to see that type of community grow, guys. Let's help each other. Thank you guys for staying tuned to another episode of Fishing is Therapy. Talk to me in the comments. Drop down and let me know what you think about everything about this boat over 4 years. Talk to me. I'll talk back. See you guys in another episode of Fishing is Therapy.